Iran threatens to strike at the heart of Tel Aviv if war with the U.S. breaks out. Iran's leadership signaled a dramatic escalation as tensions with Washington deepened, warning that if war with the United States were to erupt, retaliation would not stop at American forces, but would strike sensitive Israeli targets, including the heart of Tel Aviv. Iranian officials made clear that Israel would face unprecedented consequences should the Islamic Republic come under attack. Ali Shamkhani, the Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, delivered one of the strongest warnings yet, rejecting the idea of a limited U.S. strike. He stated that any military action by the United States, regardless of its scale or form, would be treated as the start of a full-scale war. According to Shamkhani, Iran's response would be immediate, comprehensive, and unprecedented, aimed not only at the aggressor itself, but also at the heart of Tel Aviv and at all those who support the aggressor. At the same time, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi echoed the warning, saying Iranian forces would respond forcefully to any U.S. military operation. However, he left open the possibility of renewed negotiations over Tehran's nuclear program, signaling that diplomacy had not yet been completely ruled out. From Washington, President Donald Trump escalated his own rhetoric, threatening Iran with an attack far more severe than the U.S. strike on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities carried out in June of the previous year. Trump warned that a large U.S. military armada was moving toward Iran, describing the forces as prepared to carry out their mission quickly and with overwhelming force. He urged Tehran to strike a deal on the future of its nuclear program, warning that failure to do so would result in a much harsher attack. Iran's response came through its mission to the United Nations, which reacted directly to Trump's comments about U.S. forces preparing for possible action. The statement said Iran was ready for dialogue based on respect and mutual interests, but warned in capital letters that if forced, Iran would defend itself and respond like never before. In his latest warning, Trump made no mention of the deadly crackdown on anti-government protests in Iran earlier in the month, instead focusing on Tehran's nuclear ambitions, which Western governments believe are aimed at developing an atomic bomb. While he has not ruled out military action following the protests, those demonstrations began in late December, peaked on January 8th and 9th, and resulted in thousands of deaths acknowledged by Iranian authorities. Trump's public messaging centered on the urgency of nuclear negotiations. Meanwhile, a U.S. Navy strike group described by Trump as a Grand Armada, led by the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, was positioned in Middle Eastern waters, underscoring the seriousness of the standoff. Trump said he hoped Iran would soon come to the negotiating table to reach what he called a fair and equitable deal without nuclear weapons, a deal that would benefit all sides. He warned that time was running out, stressed that the situation was absolutely crucial, and repeated his assertion that the next attack would be much worse and must not be allowed to happen again.